Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today I'll be talking about the word Hazihi. Hazihi is the feminine version of this. The masculine version of Hazihi is Haza, as we studied in the beginning, if you can remember, sisters. So let's look at our first sentence. Haza ibn Hamidin wa Hazihi bintu Yasirin, which means this is Hamid's son and this is Yasir's daughter. Notice wa Hazihi is used because daughter, it comes in front of, and this is the daughter of Yasir. So the daughter is a feminine word, and this is why we use the word Hazihi and not Haza. So sisters, remember that. What other rules can we see here? Here, the son of Hamid, Ibn Hamidin, yeah, and then Bintu Yasirin. So these are Mudaf ilayhi, Mudaf ilayhi, if you can remember, sisters. So remember the Mudaf is always in a state of, in a Dhamma state, it has one Dhamma, and then the word which follows it will be in a state of Majroor. So this is why it's written as in this manner. Okay, moving on to our next example. Ibn Hamidin jalisun wa bintu Yasirin waqifatun. So here it says Hamid's son is sitting and Yasir's daughter is standing. Wa bintu Yasirin waqifatun. Notice that also the word waqifun has changed into waqifatun, because when we use a feminine word, then also when we use that she's standing, it has to be turned into a feminine version. So waqifun goes to waqifatun. So what happens is the ending, the dhamma turns into a fatha, and then you have to put tun at the end. So a tanween comes on the ta. So just a rule to remember if you haven't learned that already. Man hazihi, who is this? Man means who, and this means hazihi, referring to the feminine version. Remember, if it was the masculine, it would be haza. Hazihi ukhtul muhandisi. This is the engineer's sister. Again, we use the word hazihi because we've used the engineer's sister. So this is why, yeah, we've used hazihi. And remember, just to make a note here, ukhtu is a mudaf, muhandisi is a mudaf ilayhi. So this is why the first word is in a state of dhamma, a single dhamma, and the second word is in a state of majroor, which means it's in a state of kasra. Aina aidwan muhandisatun, which means is she also an engineer? We've come across, this is a new word that we're doing. If your sisters haven't covered this word already, aidwan, it means also. So is she also an engineer? Remember, the word muhandisun, what we're familiar with, which means an engineer, when it refers to a feminine word, it becomes muhandisatun. So don't forget to change the endings. Very important point to remember. La hiya tabibatun. So again, no, she is a doctor. No, she is a doctor. So again, what are the changes we notice? Here is used for she. Huwa is for the male version. Here is for a female version. A point to bear in mind. And tabibatun, let's put the fatha in. Fatha is missing from there. Tabibatun, that's better now. Tabibatun. So it's the male version would have been tabibun, and the female version we have fatha on the last letter, and we add a ta with a tanween, so tabibatun. Sayyaratu man hazihi, whose car is this? And so if we look, sayyaratu man, so the car, whose car, so it's mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. Man hazihi, whose is this? So whose is this car? So this is the mudaf, the first word is the mudaf, and follows the mudaf ilayhi is what follows, as you can see. Whose car is this? And so هذه السيارة المدير. This is the head teacher's car. So head teacher's car, as you can see. ما هذه, ما means what, so it's what is this. هذه مكواة. This is an iron. So remember these words which come more further on in the book, such as the word iron, mikwatun. Mikwatun is a feminine word, and this is why we have hazihi. So we need to learn all the different masculine and feminine words, very important. Okay, liman hazihi, whose is this? So li, the word li means belonging to, and man means who. So it's like belonging to who this. So another way of saying it is whose is this? Hazihi li Khalidin. This is Khalid's. So whatever is this possession, what belongs to Khalid, is a feminine possession. For example, it could be a bag, it could be an iron. So this is why they've used the word hazihi. At the rajatu Anasin hazihi. Is this Anas's bicycle? Now, the bicycle, another word, a feminine word. At the rajatu, a bicycle is a feminine word, and this is why, even though we have a masculine name Anas, we have hazihi, because is this Anas's bicycle? So we're talking about the bicycle here, which is a feminine word. La hazihi darajatu ammarin hazihi jadidatun. So here this means, no, this is Ammar's bicycle, it is new. So because we're talking about the bicycle being new, the bicycle is a feminine word, so here we see it becomes hazihi jadidatun, not haza jadidun. So sisters, learn the difference when we're talking about feminine words, how the word will change. So if it was a male word, I'll repeat myself, haza jadidun it would be. If it's female word, referring to a female word, hazihi jadidatun. As you can see here, hazihi jadidatun. Sorry about the scruffy handwriting. I'm still practicing my Arabic. We'll get there eventually, inshallah. وَدَرَّاجَةٌ أَنَسٍ قَدِيمَةٌ. Anas's bicycle is old, and Anas's. Wa means and. وَدَرَّاجَةٌ أَنَسٍ قَدِيمَةٌ. So Anas's bicycle is old. Again, we've used the word old is qadimun, but because it's a feminine word, we've had to change the ending to qadimatun. So note the difference. If it was for a male masculine word, it would be qadimun. But this, because it's a female word, the bicycle is a female word, it becomes qadimatun. هذه ساعة علي هي جميلة جدا. So this is the watch of Ali. It is very beautiful. So jidda, the word jidda means very. And here jamilun has become jamilatun because the watch is a feminine word. هذه ملأقة وهذه قدر. الملأقة في القدر. Just squash the word on the end because shortage of space. I should have started a bit further back, but never mind, got there in the end. So this is a spoon, milakatu. The word milakatu is a spoon. وهذه قدر. So the qidrun is a cooking pot, and again milakatu and qidrun are feminine words. So yeah, it should be milakatun. So it's milakatun. I just added the dhamma there because any word without the alif lam is going to be in a state of two dhamma, in a state of tanween. So it's milakatun wa hazihi qidrun al milakatu fi qidri. This is a spoon and this is a cooking pot. The spoon is in the cooking pot. So because these words are qidrun and milakatun are feminine, we have hazihi in front of them. Okay, so always remember. And then we have fi, and because fi is a harfi jar, harfi jar, or if you call it harfi jar or harful jar, whichever way you pronounce it. So the word after that, kidru, will become kidri. It'll be in a state of majroor. Another rule that we learn. Hazihi, Hazihi baqaratul fallahi. This is the farmer's cow. So again, the cow refers to a feminine word. So this is why we have hazihi. Haza anfun wa haza famun. This is a nose and this is a mouth. Again, the nose and the mouth are masculine word, and this is why we have the word haza and haza. Yeah. A point to remember if you're struggling to learn what is feminine and what is masculine, when it refers to the body parts, to remember that when we're referring to a pair, then they are going to be feminine. So for example, we have a pair of eyes, so this is feminine. We have a pair of ears, so this is feminine. We have a pair of legs, so this is feminine. We have a pair of hands, so this is feminine. So like mouth, we only have one mouth, we only have one nose, so that is going to be masculine. That's a quick way of remembering. Hazihi uzunun wa hazihi aynun. So this is the ear, and this is an eye. So again, here we've used hazihi, just as I've explained, because we have pair of these, and anything which is in pairs, referring to our body parts, is feminine. Just a point to remember. Moving on. Hazihi sayyaratu, this car. So remember, these are ismul ishara words, and we have an alif lam in front of it. So hazihi sayyaratu, and hazihi, because it's car, is feminine. Just a point. Hazihi sayyaratu means this is a car. So I'm just showing the difference. If you've got an alif lam, it means this car. Hazihi sayyaratu is this is a car without the alif lam. Hazihi yadun, this is a hand. Hazihi sallajatu, this is a fridge. Remember, the word fridge is also a feminine word. There's not a lot of feminine words, so it's just a few that we need to memorize. So it's just, there's no easy way of doing it. Just memorize them as you're going along. Hazihi qidrun, this is a cooking pot. If you're still struggling, sisters, like things like cooking pot, things like spoon, things like fridge, they're all the things that women, like we women are, and most of us, we end up doing the cooking anyhow. So it's like the cooking utensils, the fridge where all the food is kept. It's all our stuff anyway. So remember it in that manner if you can't remember it in any other way. It's all we spend most of our days time in the kitchen. So I guess that's why they probably refer to them as feminine words. And this is why that's how they found when the people who made them masculine, feminine, I guess that's how they made them, when they thought of them in this way. Yeah, going back. Hazihi qidrun, this is a cooking pot, feminine. Hazihi darajatun, this is a bicycle. I would have actually thought bicycle would have been a masculine word, but yeah, it's just the way languages are made and languages are put together. Haza masjidun wa hazihi mudarrisatun. So masjid, the mosque, is a masculine word. The school, mudarrisatun, madrasa, or the school, hazihi, is a feminine word. So don't get confused, learn the difference. Man hazihi ukhtu Abbasin. Who is this? This is Abbas's sister. Okay. Haza dikun wa hazihi dajajatun. This is a rooster and this is a hen. Obviously the hen is the female chicken. Dikun, the rooster, is a male chicken. So this is why we have haz and hazihi respectively. Hazihi ummun yasirun. This is Yasir's mother. So referring to the mother, we have hazihi. Haza babun wa hazihi nafizatun. This is a door and that is a window. So here we see the door is a masculine, the window is a feminine. So this is why we have hazihi in front of nafizatun. Nafizatun means window. So if you've not learnt this word, it's also a relatively new word that we've come across. But if the sisters have not learnt this still, then you need to learn this word. It might come up in the exam. who knows. Man Hazihi? Hazihi Ukhtu Abbasin. Who is this? This is Abbas's sister. I wrote this is the Abbas's sister. This is Abbas's sister. Haza ibnul Madiri wa Hazihi bintul Mudarrisi. Let's put a kasra under the bintu. Wa Hazihi bintul Mudarrisi. I was just writing this quickly, and then I've not had time to go over it, so there's like I'm just correcting the mistakes as I'm going along. This is the headmaster's son, and this is the teacher's daughter. Okay. Aina kidrul lahmu hiya fi salajati. Where is the meat saucepan? It is in the fridge. So again, we say here because it refers to a feminine word. Kidru refers to the cooking pot, the meat saucepan, and this is also a feminine word. Moving on, Muhammadun Twalibun. Muhammad is a student. How would you say that in when we're referring to a feminine noun? So we'd say it as Aminatu Twalibatun. Twalibatun. So the ending, like we were just mentioning earlier, it becomes the ending with Twalibun, the ending letter gets a fatha, and then we add a ta at the end, and the ta is in a state of tanween. Hamidun Twabibun. Hamid is a doctor. Fatima Twabibatun. Fatima is a student. No, I meant a doctor. I guess I'm just correcting it as I'm going along. Like I was just saying, sisters, it's like I was just rushing to get this done because we have literally less than a week before these exams. So I was like, I need to finish these videos and post these videos. So, like everyone, I don't know what it is with Talibun and Tabibun. Everyone seems to just get confused in it. I mean, the words, but when you're saying them, it's just like here I've wrote doctor, and then here I've just wrote student. So really important point, sisters. And I'm actually glad that I made that mistake because it draws me to the point that for some reason we all just get mixed up in these words. So to really, really double check in the exam when you're doing this, if you come across Talibun or Tabibun, to make sure that you have wrote this, with the correct word, correct meaning, because so many of us are making this mistake, including myself. Okay, even though you know it, but when it comes to writing, it's like your mind is thinking one thing and you're writing another thing. Yeah. So it's always good to double check. Huwa Muslimun, he is a Muslim. Hiya Muslimatun, she is a Muslim. So when it's a feminine version, then we have the ending will be Muslimatun. Again, like I was just saying, the ending letter will become a fatha, and then we add a ta with a tanween. Muslimatun. Al-babu mughlaqun. An-nafizatu mughlaqatun. So the door is closed. I forgot to write the translation here, which means the window is closed, and this is the feminine version. An-nafizatu mughlaqatun. Al-mindilu wasikhun. The handkerchief is dirty. Al-yadu wasikhatun, which means the hand is dirty. Just given some examples, and this is some of the new words that we've learned, so I thought it'll be a good idea to put these in so we can familiarize ourselves with these words. Ashayu harun, which is the tea is hot. Al-qahwatu haratun, which means the coffee is hot. So the tea is hot, the coffee is hot. Al-masjidu ba'idun, the mosque is far away. Al-madrasatu ba'idatun, the madrasa is far away. So this is because madrasa is a feminine word. We have ba'idatun on the ending. At-twalibu maridun, the student is sick. At-twalibatu maridatun. So that means the female student is sick. Al-hisanu sarirun. Al-hisanu sari'un. The horse is fast. So don't get confused, sisters. Sarirun is the bed. Sari'un is fast. So learn the difference. Don't be writing sarirun instead of sari'un. So here we have as-sayyaratu sari'atun. The car is fast. So it becomes a feminine version. Sari'atun. Al-qamaru jamilun, the moon is beautiful. Ash-shamsu jamilatun, because the sun is a feminine word, so we have jamilatun. Al-abu jalisun, the father is sitting. Al-ummu jalisatun, the mother is sitting. Al-ghurfatu maftuhatun, the room is open. So room, the word room is feminine, so make sure, sisters, you know that. It's one of the words which we came across earlier in the book. So here it says, Aina al-baqaratu, so where is the cow? Here fi shari'i, it is in the street. So I will leave it here for today, and inshallah I will be explaining to the next video I'll be making is we'll be looking at belonging to, so how this is used, how the word belonging to is used in the words, and how the endings change accordingly when we have this at the beginning of a word. So plenty to learn and plenty to get on with, and inshallah I'll see you soon in the next video. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.